Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the former Titan, Derrick Henry. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
18 Rattler, 18.
Now they'll set up to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Ready? 19 Lions. Ready?
Back to throw. Coming up, and that's the tight end likely. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Yards.
23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Raven first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Bronco 80. Go.
He'll drop to throw. That's taken in. It's Tez Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 34
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Get it. Ready, ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
He's tackled at the
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the first down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Let's go.
Gonna go right back to Henry. And he's in! Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Into space. Still on the move. inside the 10. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The block extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, break. Buffalo 18, 70 Timberwolves. Come on, set. Warrior 6, trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to 60. Drag him 60.
They'll look to throw. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee.
The kicker on for the point after.
The PAT up and good. And the Titans go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Cougar 19. Check. Bring it. Viking 18. Ready.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
At the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready, set.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Back. Hey, smash Bronco 80. Go. Ready.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
He's got his tight end likely downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
1st and 10.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Hey, go.
Here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let go.
He'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and
he's in. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 4th TD grab of the season.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hurt! Cowboy 80!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
18 Cardinal, 18 Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Cup 19. Ready, right?
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
19 tight. Mustang Knights, Panther 11. Ready?
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Riggs, 70 Lions. 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. It's a gain of 34.
On the ready.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open right side is likely. And he'll take this one in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Seven Pirates. Hey, Smash. Buffalo 18.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
19, cut 19. Hey, check that. Streak.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Panther 11, 70 Lions. 19 strikes. Nice.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Warriors 70, Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Headed left, buying time. He'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
The 34-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's a designed run. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. Now this looks like a design run. And no signal as of yet. And none forthcoming. He is stopped short. And now it's third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Lots of big people. Jumbo set in the game. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
19 tight, 19, Panther 60, Panther 60.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Titans are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good.
50, trap 60.
A gain of 22 yards.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
60 bucks. 18 card, cut 19, 19 Lions.
Now they'll set up to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown Titans. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The extra point is good. And the Titans will up it to a 2-point lead.
Ravens 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready, set. Buffalo 86, here we go, here we go. Bronco 80.
Back to throw. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second
From the 44-yard line. Here's second and a yard.
Down. 70 Timberwolf. No. Ready, right?
Again, right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
That's good.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
He'll drop to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
The 16-yard line.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take
that one. Take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. The extra point is good. And the Titans will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, ready! 70 Lions!
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Steady!
He's got Likely over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
19 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Alert! Alert!
On first down, they'll run the option to the left. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
On second down, here's a run with Henry. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession.
And he's in! Touchdown, Baltimore. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
That's out quickly and complete. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Nineteen tight. You're not 19 Lions. 69, not saying 19. Cut 19. Cut.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's going to air this one out. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Okay, break. Go. Hawk 7, go.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 6.
18, Rodney. 18. Let's get 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Bronco 80. Panther Street. Panther. Ready?
They'll look to throw. This one complete downfield to Walker. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 82 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Ravens 36. Titans 30.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Tied in. Ready?
He'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Titans first down.
Back to the air one more time. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now it's Out here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Sending it downfield for Likely. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it'll bring up second down.
We see this so often, they call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses, if we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case, the defense was ready for it and falls incomplete.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions, because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Hurt. 19, charge, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to his right. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Panther 11, Panther 60 by Warrior 17.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick hitting slant there. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down, but that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
Second and 5.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
This one complete right side. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check smash. Dragon 60. Ready, right?
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
19, Pioneer. 19, 18, come 19.
They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on second down. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
To kick off for Baltimore.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway.
Get it! 7 Pirates! Trap 60! Trap 60!
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
79 Brook, Stephanie! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 30.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the left side, caught by Ridley. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A pickup of 44 yards.
Check! Go check! Go check!
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, Buffalo 18.
They'll send their tight end left.
Go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And the Ravens are going to have it just past their 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
He'll work straight ahead with Henry. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
28-yard line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Formation for the Ravens.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Come on.
Man in motion, heading right. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's taken down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. First down for Tennessee.
First down, Titans.
Breaks. Come 19. Come 19. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready. 7 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
Open man, right side. He's got it. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
And inches.
Street. Hurt. Steady.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
It's clear from that third down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on fourth down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket, and the defensive side of the field, now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down.
70 Rangers.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. This has been some kind of march downfield now, and they pay it off with 6. It's first and goal.
Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown Titans.
Touchdown Tennessee.
That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
On the give, here's Henry. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. setting up second and short.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll work forward 4 yards, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's a gain of 2. And a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run. It's Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
79 Broncos, 60 Bison.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted.
He's just late on that throw. I don't even think he ever saw that defender drop into the zone, and it ends up costing the team the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go now. 19 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's that man again. Another catch. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30. And another first down.
Tennessee.
Trap 50. Trap. Come on. 18. 5. Go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Cougar 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Receiver in motion, headed left.
Ready.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Rodwan Smith. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he will score again. Heads Walker. Touchdown, Ravens. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. E.J. Johnson there to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He gets free. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. The extra point, up and good. And the Titans will even the score here in the third. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down.
Unlock clock. Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and
Ball
a
on the
yard.
39. Here's 2nd and 1. This is Henry. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Coogan, go!
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have the Ravens first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
That's good for a Baltimore first
60
down.
Maverick, 60 Maverick.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Intended for number 19.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Open right side is likely. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
12 yards.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings
On
up
the ready.
2nd and
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Trap 60. Come on, ready.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So Give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
A return now from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll send a man in motion left. Now a throw here. It's backwards. Oh, what are they thinking? It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's a designed run. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on that play. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready up.
Second down, they need 7.
Ready. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Come 19. Come 19.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Lions. Rig alert, rig alert. Check 70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Go street. Hurt, hurt. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and on. That one for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10.
And the Titans first down.
They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Here is 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now Henry. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Cougar Knights.
Henry. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Viking 18. Ready.
They'll run for it with Henry. He's going to have a Ravens 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 9.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready. 60 by 60.
They'll stick to the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Let's go. Crack 19 Lions. Let's go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run here. Space to run inside the 20. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and
Ready, set.
results in a big touchdown.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the two-point conversion.
Hut, hut.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
51. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That one's going to skip into the end zone
The
for a
Titans take
touchback.
over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
65, Chad. 65. Cougar 19. Trap 50. Trap 60. Ready, roll.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 50 Eagles. 3. Warriors 30. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18. Find it. Mustang 19. Ready.
He'll let one go down the middle. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10?
Bronco 80.
Here we go. One final play. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.